Hi guys, I just want to take a moment to tell you about the MTT. I had a few threads, and in the threads on the forums there's been a few questions about sizes and stuff. This is the first ever version of the MTT design. It has scales on both sides. It's in a 1/4 inch ATS 34, has a lot of thumb grooves on the back, and I really liked this knife, but I had this feeling that it was like a little too much, since what I wanted to do was make a tool true to the original idea, which was based on the Japanese kiridashi design. And the kiridashi is, in my opinion, or interpretation, a tool. It's a woodcarver's tool. It's a tool that you at the same time can use as an EDC knife, and you can always carry it with you. And I wanted to get back to that idea, so I came up with the bare bone blades idea, and the idea of the concept of that is that you take away until you have the basics. So I removed the scale from one side, because with this thick stock you actually have the feeling of a full size handle, even though there's only one scale on it. The design of the scale gives you that feeling of filling the hand. It's 7.2 millimeters thick stock, so there's a lot of steel here. It's a heavy knife, as it should be for woodworking. It's totally flat, so you can work it on a flat surface for removing burrs or whatever, or you can go with the lines in the wood and the grain structure. So it's a tool, but at the same time it's a really good everyday carry knife that you can work almost anything with. I mean, you can gut fish and stuff like that with this as well. So I have a few friends who are carpenters who actually use these and wear them all the time at work. One of them is on the forums as well. If you want a testimonial from him, I'm sure he'll show you some really beat up pictures of a really beat up MTT that's been around the world a couple of times with him. So that's the MTT as it is now in the bare bone version. Then there's the mini MTT. Just take this away. The mini MTT is a lighter version. The problem was people was actually looking at the pictures when I was posting pictures of the MTT and thought it was a neck knife version. So they ordered the knife, and then they found out that that's a full-size knife. That's a chunk. It cannot be carried around the neck unless you're like a governor of California or something like that. So I came up with the mini MTT, and it's a thinner stock. It's 5.2 millimeters instead of the 7.2. Other than that, it's just a smaller version, but you still get almost as much edge in this version as the original. Both has the bunk stud. Of course, it's more functional in this version than in this, because that's actually working as or doubling as a pinky placing thing, whatever, for control. But still, it can be used as a bunk stud as well by chucking up on the blade. So that's the difference. You have the mini MTT and the MTT, and both great knives, both great workers. Take care.